Oh, okay, thank you very much. Before I get into what I prepared, can I ask you to do a favor for me? I want to give $100 US. I think that's around 200,000 Tanzanian shillings. Am I right? I want to give it out to somebody today. If you can just do the following for me. With both eyes, could you kindly look towards the roof, please? With both eyes, just look towards the roof. Now, with one eye, look towards the floor. Then check if your neighbor is doing it correctly. Then I'll give you. Okay, looks like nobody's doing it right. Okay. First and foremost, let me just say I'm Sibusiso, just a simple guy, author, speaker, and entrepreneur. I've written 2 books. Currently writing my 3rd book called Succeeding on Purpose. I'm really excited to be here because I wanted to share something that is very dear to me. Number 1. Africa is a mess. In 1960, President Mobutu Sese Seko went to the West and told them that, hey guys, you're stealing Africa's resources and you're leaving us with nothing. And the West responded, we're sanctioning the Congo, and now the Congo is a mess. The tires that you came, in the cars that you came here this morning are extracted in the Congo. And the mobile phones that you have and the laptop that you have, sir, it has coltan extracted from the Congo. In my country, Botswana, diamonds that you wear, that you say are forever, are extracted from our country. In the 80s, the late President Robert Mugabe said to the West, we want to take the land from the foreigners and give it to the natives so that we can mine what's under Africa. They sanctioned Zimbabwe, and Zimbabwe is a mess. I went to Mozambique. Mozambique is a mess. Zambia, story is the same. South Africa, next to my country, when I was flying here, I had to pass through South Africa. They're killing their fellow African brothers because the inequality index in Africa is so huge, so huge. Only a select percent is rich and everybody else is poor. I was in Kenya 2 months ago. Same story. A suburb called Karen. And the rest of the population there is surviving on $1 US a day. A few years back in the history of Kenya, you had the Mungiki. People were fighting for the little because the greed of the few fueled such huge economic inequality. Africa is a mess. Now the question is, who's going to solve our mess? Who's going to clear the mess? Who's going to change the narrative of Africa? Who's going to retell a different African story? And the answer is you. Every one of you who's looking at me here, every speaker, it is your mandate to incite a change in Africa's story. It is your mindset. You are the mouthpiece of this great continent, the rich continent that is yet so poor. Now, I only have 3 minutes, right? I had actually more to share to you, but because I only have 3, I'll just say to you, the time is now. Let me tell you a story. 2 years ago, I like saying this story because it is very dear to me. When I learned about Mr. Roderick here, I learned that he lost his daughter. I lost my daughter, 2016. 2017, I lost my mother. This year, I'm dealing with a divorce. I'm losing my family. It's loss, loss, loss. And all this loss has taught me one thing, that your future is right now. You do not have the time to procrastinate because there's losses everywhere. Every day that you wake up is a day closer to the day that you die. I have an analogy that if I was supposed to die at the day of this podium, tomorrow when I wake up, it's a day closer. The other day when I wake up, it's a day closer. In science, I'm an optician, graduated with a BSc Honours degree from the University of Aston in England. So I talk science when I motivate. In science, it's a concept that is called entropy, that the world is going towards gradual chaos. Am I right, doctor? The world is going towards gradual chaos. You are going towards your demise. Now, I knew you were going to be shocked because I came here with a t-shirt and chinos and no suit. Because I've learned that the appearance doesn't matter. What matters is what are you doing with your time? What's your conversation? What are you saying to the African people? So I'm here to incite you and encourage you as speakers to understand that you are indeed the mouthpiece of this great continent. That we need to start telling different stories about our continent. That we cannot be listening to stories of how Africa is poor. That we cannot be listening to the West telling us that it's giving us foreign aid after they take so much from us. You cannot help me with a little when you take so much from me. You need to rewrite and rechange the African narrative. Thank you very much.